I'm Nick, and you're watching The Bolt, your source for all Spotswood, Milltown, Hamada, and other world news. I'm sitting in for Shannon today. Listen up, Chargers, because here are your Spotswood High School announcements. The Community Service Club is collecting donations of new or unopened toys and gift cards for young cancer patients in the hospital. Unwrapped toys and gift cards can be delivered to Frau Atmiller or Mrs. Mucci up until December 11th. Please see your Spotswood email for more details and on why this toy and gift card drive is so special to us. Do you have a passion for art, poetry, short stories, and literature? From rap gods to slam poets, we, the Spotswood High School Literary Magazine crew, are taking submissions of poems, essays, short stories, art, and photography for publication in the Literary Magazine. If you're interested in publishing your work, send your submissions to Mr. Panico at rpanico@spsd.us. If it is an art piece, please bring the original to Mr. Panico in room 301. Remember, it doesn't need to be a rhyme for a creation to be poetry. We will meet the second Tuesday of every month in room 301 after dismissal. Our next meeting is December 10th. See you then. There will be a film club meeting on Wednesday, December 4th, after school in room 516A. Those are your Spotswood High School announcements. You're watching The Bolt, and we'll be back in a moment. Welcome back to The Bolt. On this day in history of December 5th, astronauts began repair of the Hubble telescope in space. The optics were corrected to their intended quality to be a servicing mission in 1993. The Hubble is the only telescope designed to be maintained in space by astronauts. 5 space shuttle missions have repaired, upgraded, and replaced systems on the telescope, including all 5 of the main instruments. What a day to appreciate. In international news, for more than 60 years, many observations have been found showing that magnetic waves leave the interior of the sun when they grow stronger. We didn't know why this happened until an international team at Queen's University Belfast decided to research. The team, which included 13 different scientists coming from 11 research institutes in 5 different countries, they all found that the wave amplification process can be attributed to the formation of an acoustic resonator, which is where significant changes in temperature between the surface of the sun and its outer corona create boundaries that are partially reflective and act to trap the waves, allowing them to intensify and dramatically grow in strength. Hate commuting? Imagine instead your train carriage is hurling down a tunnel at the same speed as a commercial jet airliner. That's the dream of PayPal, Tesla, and SpaceX founder Elon Musk. His Hyperloop system would see train passengers travel at speeds of up to 760 miles per hour through a vacuum tube, propelled by compressed air and induction motors. A site has been chosen with the goal of starting test runs in 2 years. Once built, the loop will bring ferry passengers between San Francisco and LA in 35 minutes, compared to a lengthy total of 7.5 hours by train. This is The Bolt. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to The Bolt. I'm Nick, sitting in for Shannon. In general, this storm was just straight up letdown for us in Middlesex County. However, in North Jersey, it hit hard, accumulating snow totals of up to 10 inches in both Sussex and Morris County. Due to this, many schools faced closings throughout the day. Along with this, power was lost throughout the region. It is expected to be back within 2 to 3 days. Additionally, motorists have been warned to drive slower for the next couple of days due to icy conditions. As of December 2nd at 6 p.m., New Jersey State Police have reported that they have responded to 428 accidents and a total of 312 calls to assist drivers. Us at SBSN hope you stay safe out there. In ocean news, dying coral might be revived by playing the sounds of healthy reefs via underwater loudspeakers to attract young fish, suggests a new study. Experts say that the acoustic enrichment could be a valuable tool to helping to restore damaged coral reefs. Working on Australia's team recently devastated Great Barrier Reef, the international research team from the University of Exeter and Bristol Australia's James Cook University and the Australian Institute of Marine Science placed loudspeakers underwater playing healthy reef recordings in patches of dead coral. After the break, a segment dedicated to the class of 2020, followed by our weekly dose of Spotswood, Milltown, and Hamilton news. I'm Nick, and you're watching The Bull. Back after this. Welcome back to The Bull. Everyone knows that the future is clear for the class of 2020, but from time to time, some things can get lost in the endless sea of emails that the seniors are getting recently. Here at The Bull, we intend to be the glasses for them to make sure everything is clear and that they never miss a thing. This feature is called Senior Section. The class of 2020 will be hosting a bake sale at the Parent-Teacher Conferences on December 5th, 2019. If you are interested in the bake, all items must be dropped off in room 506 by Thursday morning or by 5:30 p.m. before the conferences. Seniors, a few friendly reminders. Before submitting your transcript release forms to school counseling, add the college to your college's I'm applying to list and check that with the letters of recommendation are in Naviance. Follow up with the teachers prior to the deadline and match your Common App and Naviance if applying via Common. Transcript release forms must be submitted to school counseling 10 school days prior to your deadline. If you are applying for a January 1st deadline, transcript release form should be submitted no later than December 9th. If you are applying via Common App, please let your school counselor know as soon as possible so that we can write your letter of recommendation. Please see your school counselor with any questions. Also, fundraisers are coming up. Besides the bake sale on December 5th, we also have our most popular fundraiser, selling the coupon books. This raises a lot of money, so if you're interested in selling, stop by Miss Cahill's classroom, room 506. Also, we're having another Applebee's Dine to Donate on December 23rd, so stop by and get some delicious food as well as a boost to your funds in the process. That's all for your weekly senior updates. Now let's see what's happening locally. In Spotswood news, the meeting of the Spotswood Planning Board and Zoning Board of Adjustment scheduled for next Tuesday, December 3rd at 7:30 p.m. has been canceled. The next meeting of the combined boards is scheduled for Tuesday, January 14th at 7:30 p.m. in the courtroom of the Spotswood Municipal Building on 77 Summerhill Road. Monday evening's regularly scheduled Borough Council meeting was canceled due to the inclement weather impacting the Garden State yesterday. The final council meeting for 2019 will be held on Monday, December 16th at 7:30 p.m. Take a break from the holiday preparations and enjoy a new movie matinee every Monday afternoon in December at the Spotswood Public Library. Movie Mondays are sponsored by the Friends of the Spotswood Public Library. All December movies will begin at 1:30 p.m. Registration is not required for Monday movie matinees. The Spotswood Public Library is located at 548 Main Street. I'm Nick. More on The Bull after this. Welcome back to The Bull. AirAsia recently opened a restaurant in Kuala Lumpur on December 2nd. AirAsia is known for good airline food, which is normally considered bland. The restaurant is named Santan, which is the Malay word for coconut milk, a staple for Malaysian dishes. The menu includes options that highlight countries the airline connects. The restaurant has opened more options than on the plane itself due to the space constraints on the airplane. Customers are able to go in person or order online. AirAsia's hub is located at the lowest cost terminal in Kuala Lumpur International Airport. This is The Bull with more after this. Now let's see what's going on in sports with the Bulls' very own AJ Lagakis, who is also filling in for Autumn for the weather. He's going to be talking about all things Charger Athletics, Hills national teams, and the weather. AJ?
Thank you, Nick. I'm AJ Lagakis, and today I'll be giving you a rundown on sports. The winter sports are getting ready for the 2019-20 seasons. Every team is hoping for a new start here and a strong finish at the end. In college sports, the Rutgers football team has appointed Greg Schiano as their new head coach. He is the 32nd coach of the team. A 22-minute-long meeting between the board that oversees the university made an 8-year deal with the coach worth $32 million. In national sports, the New York Giants dropped to 2-10 with a 31-13 loss to Green Bay. They dropped their 8th straight in a row and were officially eliminated from playoffs after that loss. The Jets lost 22-6 at Cincinnati on Sunday. They dropped to 4-8 on the season. The New York Rangers lost 4-1 against Vegas yesterday. Brandon Lemieux scored their only goal as they fall to 13-10-3 on the season. The Islanders won 4-1 at Detroit yesterday as they moved to 18-5-2, while the Devils got smoked in Buffalo 7-1. The Sabres had 5 first-period goals that game. The New York Knicks lost at Milwaukee 132-88 yesterday. They lose by 44 to fall to 4-17 on the season. And the Brooklyn Nets lost against the Miami Heat Sunday 109-106. They dropped to 10-10 on the season. Thank you. I'm AJ, and this has been The Bolt Sports. And now I'll be filling you in on the latest in weather. This weekend, cooler temperatures will remain, and it'll start to warm up a bit on Monday and Tuesday, but the temperature will drop to 35 degrees on Wednesday. In other news, Southeast Australia has been facing severe wildfires. Thousands of acres of land were lost, and it damaged many national parks in the area. That's your weather news for this week. Back to you in the studio, Nick.
Thank you, AJ, for the rundown on sports and the weather. Now autumn isn't here, so here's my segment, The Ugly Truth. You know, when we read about Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, it's supposed to be a feel-good story and to accept others. Instead, I'm finding it's definitely not about this at all. It's nothing about loving others or anything like that. They instead just didn't accept him as a reindeer, and in the end, the boss just picked him because he felt bad. I mean, has there really never ever been a foggy Christmas Eve? Like, come on. Also, his parents didn't even love him. They tried to change him and chop off his nose. Santa didn't even care about him until he actually needed him. He probably didn't even remember his name and needed one of his elves to let him know his name. That's all for now. That's all we have for The Bolt this week. Make sure to be on the lookout for our next episode. We are every Thursday and film this program from our SBSN studios here at Spotswood High School. As always, thank you for watching. I'm Nick, filling in for Shannon. This is The Bolt, and we'll see you next week, Spotswood.